Well, I'm back. I think the last time I did a video, I was crying on that video too. And I don't plan on crying on this video, but if I do, I just do. I'm actually going through some disappointment. I'm going through some disappointment because of a position that I applied for, a contract that I submitted to work as a facilitator, a domestic abuse facilitator for the sheriff's department. I did not get it, and that is the third job that I've applied for since making my decision. Where I am now, I'm displaced. I'm not homeless, however, I am displaced. And as I was walking into my daughter's apartment, I looked at the email of the notification that I received about the position. And when I read it, I was just like, my heart just sunk. And it's like the Holy Spirit reminded me, that's not what I want for you. I have something else. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I'm just being honest. And then I was reminded of what I said out of my mouth after I made my decision to leave the situation that I was in and being here where I am now. I said to my son and my daughter that I am not working for another employer. I'm not. And I figured, well, I could just apply for, a job that I like, that'll help me bring in some money, and that'll help me to help my daughter with the things that she needs, or my son, or my granddaughter. And I've been able to do that with what I'm already doing, which is being a facilitator to go into the high schools and the middle schools and talk to the 8th and 9th graders about the warning signs of dating abuse. And I don't get paid a lot. And I would love to, because what I do is important. And I know my value now. I didn't know it before. That's why I stayed in the position, or that's why I stayed in the marriage that I did for so long, in the first one and in the current one. And I am really just wanting to be in that place where I am speaking more. I would really love to go into churches and train the ministerial staff so they can know the warning signs of their congregation of those who are being abused, whether it be a child or an adult. They'll know. That is what my heart is feeling, because it's needed. It's needed. Well, I don't know what that something else is, what else that God has for me. And he's made it evident by me not even getting this position or getting this contract to be a domestic abuse coordinator for the sheriff's department. I submitted my application and my resume. Well, I submitted my resume and my cover letter. I didn't even get a call, no email, no nothing for no interview, nothing. The first time I applied for a job was to work for the county. Didn't get that job. I applied, I submitted my resume and my cover letter, and I got an interview. Did not get the job. I was devastated. Oh my God, I cried. I was so devastated. Well, fast forwarded months later, I was like, okay, this job is hiring. Let me go apply for this job. Submitted the application, the resume, got a call for interview. Did not get a call back at all. I even reached out to the person that interviewed me. they never responded to me at all. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? Well, weeks later, get another opportunity to submit, to get a contract, to work for the sheriff's department, to be a blessing to the women residents there that has dealt with domestic abuse. Didn't get a call, didn't get no interview, nothing, and did not get the job. That sucks. That truly sucks. And I just called my mom and I talked to her and I told her how I felt. Because I told her, I said, you know what, Mom, I was hoping I was going to call you with some good news, but I don't have no good news. And my mom, being who she is, she just began to minister to my spirit. And she just told me that, she said, you know, remember you had that moment with God and he told you that you're not deaf, you can hear him. And then she asked me, she said, well, did the Lord tell you to apply for this contract, this position? And I was like, no. I said, I just wanted to do it because I need more money coming in, more consistent. She said, well, God got something else in store for you. She said, because what you're doing, you're supposed to be doing that and you're on the right track. Right now, I don't feel like I'm on the right track. Because I want so bad to be in my own place, my own space. And a lot has been going on and I'm just like, oh God, when is my break coming? And yeah, I have some more opportunities coming up, you know, speaking engagements. And I'm excited about it. I don't know what this is going to do. I don't know who's going to be there that will see me, that will hear me, that will feel my heart when I speak. But I'm excited. I really am. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what God has in store, but whatever it is, it's going to be what he wants. And it's going to be where I need to be. I tell you what, when you hear stories from individuals who say that, you know, that they went through, like, they experienced like the blood, the sweat, and the tears behind the scenes, you know, to get where they are now, and they look back on it and they be like, oh my God, I'm so grateful, I'm so glad that I went through what I went through, because if I had stopped, or if I had you know, just quit while I was on my journey, I wouldn't be where I am now. Now, do I feel like I want to quit? No. Do I feel like I want to pause? Yes. Because I had someone to actually tell me how I should speak or how I should present what I say. Telling me not to say this, telling me not to say that. And that was, to me, that was making me feel like you're silencing me. You're silencing my voice. You're silencing what is in my heart to say. You're silencing me. All because one person, one individual that's never heard how I presented before, and they wasn't comfortable with what I was sharing. Now, I wasn't sharing anything that was disrespectful, but it was appropriate. So that almost like kind of put a damper on me, you know, to try to slow me down. Well, making a decision to leave the situation that I was in, right now, it makes me feel like I wish I had never left, because of what I'm experiencing, and that my healing journey, it wasn't easy in the beginning, and there are some days where it's still not easy. However, it's a whole lot better, and at times it does feel a whole lot better. I still say that healing is actually easy when you acknowledge and you When you allow yourself to go through the emotions and not try to force it. And I'm not going to try to force this, what I'm feeling. I'm experiencing it now in real time, and it doesn't feel good. I still feel a little sting. And I'm going to do what I've been doing since making that decision, and that's journaling. And after I journal, I draw my feelings of what I was not able to convey in words, and then I look at what I drew so I can see what my feelings are conveying through those colors, through those images, through those scribbles, through those words, or through those shapes, or through whatever it is that comes out at the time. And I'm going to look back on this day, and I'm going to look back on this video, and I'm like, yeah, I remember when. I'm all right. I'm a trooper. I'm resilient. I'm powerful. I'm positive. My voice carries value. My words creates wealth. And my story definitely shifts lives. And that's what I'm doing. I'm Tasha T. I am a domestic abuse keynote speaker, and I love what I do. Healing does not have to be difficult. It just has to be honest.